Welcome, everybody. I'm Mike Goodpaster. You're watching the Gruely True Sports Network's college basketball preview show. Today, we're going to look at Tuesday's game between the Duke Blue Devils at Cameron Indoor Stadium against the Virginia Tech Hokies in a game that promises to probably be a blowout, but we're going to take a look at it. ACC action. Virginia Tech comes in. They're 5-7, 0-1 in the ACC. They're taking on the number 4 ranked Duke Blue Devils, who are 10-2, 2-0 in the ACC. These teams met last season. Duke won by 10 on the road. Virginia Tech's coming off a road loss in Philadelphia against St. Joe's. They lost 82-62 as a 2.5-point dog. Duke is coming off a conference win on the road, defeating Georgia Tech 82-56 and covering a 15.5-point spread. Now, Virginia Tech will be looking for an upset. This is going to be a big spread. This is probably going to be at least 15 points, maybe 20 points. All right. If you want to bet this game, you go to BetMGM. It's the top sports book for betting on college basketball. Make sure you click on the link to the description down below if you're watching on YouTube. Now, the Hokies are looking for their first conference win and will have to do so on the road in front of the Cameron Crazies. They lost their conference opener against number 18th ranked Pitt at home, but did win 2 of their last 3 games to regain some momentum. However much momentum you can get from beating Navy and North Carolina A&T before eventually losing that game to St. Joe's in Philadelphia. In that game, the Hokies were led by Ben Hammond with 11 points in that loss. The Hokies do have a balanced attack, but have not been able to find a consistent score, as no one on the team averages over 11 points a game. Their top scorer on the season is Toby Lowell. He is a 6'8" junior forward, leading the team with 10.7 points per game and 5.8 rebounds per game. Lowell played his last 2 seasons with Virginia Commonwealth and had 16 points in the conference opener against Pitt. This is a team that is not very deep. They're not that great. You have Poteet. He's their only other scorer in double figures. He averages right at 10 points per game. He's a 6'9" senior forward. So 10 points, 4 rebounds. The top shooter on the team is Jaden Shute with 28 made threes. Shoots 36.8% from the outside. Scholl is a 6'5" sophomore guard, averaging 9.3 points per game. This will be a meaningful game for him, as Shute was a freshman at Duke last season, but was not able to crack the regular rotation. That'll tell you where this Virginia Tech team sits in comparison to Duke when it comes to talent. Virginia Tech is currently ranked 150th out of 364 Division I schools, according to Ken Palm. They're 181st in offensive efficiency and 144th in defensive efficiency. The Blue Devils find themselves near the top of the ACC standings early on in conference play. Of course, they only played a game or 2 with everybody, but most teams have only played 1 or 2 games so far. Duke is one of only 3 teams with a 2-0 record, as they share the lead with SMU and Clemson. Duke is coming off an easy win over Georgia Tech last weekend and won on the road against Louisville in their conference opener. This will be their first home game in the ACC, and the atmosphere will be electric as always for New Year's Eve. In their last game, Duke was led by Con Newpel with 18 points in the win over Georgia Tech. Newpel is a 6'7" freshman with size and guard skills who figures to play in the NBA soon enough. He is averaging 12.2 points and has made 24 threes this year. His top scoring game on the season came in their first game against Maine, where he finished with 22. Cooper Flagg is the best player on Duke. He's one of the best players in the country. Flagg is a 6'9" guard, leading the team with 16 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. Flagg's athleticism and wide variety of skills make him the likely number 1 overall pick in this next year's upcoming NBA draft. Their top shooter is Tyrese Proctor. He's made 33s on the season, shoots 42% from the outside. Proctor is a 6'6" junior, scoring 11.6 points per game. Duke ranked 2nd overall in Ken Palm. They are 10th offensive efficiency, number 1 in defensive efficiency. They play at a slightly faster pace than Virginia Tech does. Neither team plays extraordinarily fast, but Duke does play a little faster. When we're looking at this, Duke is going to have to cover a big number here. The numbers aren't out as I do this show, but I don't think it's going to matter what that number is. Virginia Tech will be a bottom feeder in the ACC this season. Duke is loaded with offensive firepower, but that is not the main reason they will cover this. The biggest mismatch will be when Virginia Tech has the ball and must go up against an excellent Duke defense. Duke may have the best defense in the country. Virginia Tech will be in a hostile environment as this is the first ACC game to be played at Duke this season. Virginia Tech is coming in with the 181st ranked offense in terms of efficiency. They're going up against the best defense in the land. Ken Palm, Virginia Tech does not have a single score that averages over 11 a game. I don't see how they can break 60 in this game. And if you can't break 60, you're not beating this Duke team. This Duke team is well coached by Coach Shire. They're one of the best teams in the country. They are a legitimate threat to win a national championship. Guys, bet your money on Duke. This game will not be within 20 points. And it wouldn't surprise me if I had to give you a score, I would say 88-55 Duke. Duke runs Virginia Tech out of the building. All right, guys, let's go ahead and make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell notification on YouTube. Check out BetMGM for your top sports book. You can click on the link in the description down below if you're watching on YouTube. You can follow me on X at Grueling Truth. Go to thegruelingtruth.com for all your sports news. For now, guys, I'm Mike Goodpaster. You've been watching and listening to The Grueling Truth, where the legends speak.